Okay. Um, Connect Academy. So we just go straight to what we have for today. Today we're going to treat constants and we're going to do strings. I think this class will just be like 30 minutes or so. 30 minutes or so. So first of all, with the word constants, you know that constants are like they're like static things, like things that cannot move. Once you just place them, they cannot just go anywhere. Okay, that's like the layman definition of constants. Okay, so constants, while a program is running, different values may be assigned to a variable at different times. Thus, the name variable, since the values it contains can vary, just leave all these things that I'm writing and I'm still going to pick out the important thing there. But in some cases, we don't want this to happen. In other words, we want to lock the assigned value so that no changes can take place. If you want a value to remain fixed, constant, then we use a constant. A constant is declared in a manner similar to a variable but with the additional result called final. A constant must be assigned to. What this jargons is just saying, what is just saying that there are sometimes when if you're writing a program now and you assign a variable. Oh Libby, you can just mute yourself, please. I don't know, I'm hearing sound. If you want to ask any question, you can unmute yourself. You understand? Just please, just mute yourself. Mute yourself. I'm still hearing that sound. Okay. Okay, that's better. So, as I was saying, constants, leave all these jargons. Constant, sometimes when you're running a program that you don't want to, like, you don't want to change the variable later on. Maybe something you want to continue to use, you want it to be fixed, you want the computer to, anytime you type this variable, this is what the computer is going to give you as the result. Like, you don't want it to change at all. You understand? You don't want to assign any other thing to that variable, you want it to be fixed. That's what is called constants. And I'm going to teach you how to declare constants. It's different from declaring normal variable. You know, variables can be changed. You understand? Let me say, assuming you assign something to, let me say, assuming you assign something x to 2 now, and then maybe there's a condition that, okay, if x is 2, give x equals to 6. You understand? But now constant is like, you don't want it to change. If x is 2, x is 2. You don't want later on anything that's happening in your system, anything that can cause that variable to change. You have told the computer that no matter what, x must be 2, always and always and always. That is what they call constants. I don't know if you're actually getting me, but I believe you are. So now, before you declare a constant, you want to, like, that's why they said you want to lock it. You want to lock that assigned value so that it's not going to change. For example, when I can give you an example now, in your normal mathematics, your pi is 22/7 or 3.142. I think I'm right. 22/7. That value can never change. You understand? That value will always be 22/7. Okay, how many months in a year now? There are 12 months. Now the 12 is constant in the sense of the months in a year can never be 14, they can never be 13, they can never be 11. It must be 12. So you're just telling the computer that, see, months of the year, I'm assigning months of the year as 12. No matter what, even if heaven falls, even if the ground open, months of the year must be equals to 12. Computer, don't ever change this month of the year, no matter what happens, no matter the program I write. So that is what is called constant. You want to lock the variable to a certain value. That is constant. Now, to declare constants, we use the word final. To declare constants, we use the word final, the final first before the variable. Remember that to declare a variable, you just write the data type, and then the name of the variable you want to give it equal to the value. Just write the data type, the name of the variable you want to give them equal to the value. But now we're saying that in constants you must put the word final in front of the variable. I don't know what to do in my MS PowerPoint, but that's its own business. I think somebody wants to. Okay, but so as I was saying, please mute yourself, Jeff. Jeff, please mute yourself. So as I was saying, Jeff, mute yourself. Oh, please. Oh, this class was peaceful before you head. So, um, as I was saying, double. Okay, by head. So as I was saying, you know that to declare a normal variable now, you use double by like this data type, then this the pi is the variable you want to give equals to the value. But now if you want to make this pi a constant, as I was saying, you don't want the variable to change at all. You want to lock it. You want to say computer, no matter what, pi must be equals to 3.147. I'm not talking in reality, I'm talking of in your computer. You know, in reality now pi is equals to 3.14 or 20/7. Now you're telling the computer that computer, see, I'm declaring a constant. No matter the program I write, pi must be equals to this figure. You understand? And that thing, as I said, is months in a year. Or anything you want to, you can name anything you want to, or you can just tell computer now, okay, computer, see, what example now will I give? Computer, see, I'm building a house. Like now, you are programming a house, and you are saying that, and you are saying that the, and you are saying that the total this now in that house, uh, and you're saying that the total stuff in that house, really, we just meet yourself, please. The total stuff in that house, the total rooms in that house is 3. You understand? So like I'm just trying to say that you're just trying to give computer a definite something. Let the house not, let the rooms there not pass 3. It must be 3. Just that out, that's just exactly how constants are. So as I was saying, you must put the keyword final. Final is a keyword to tell the computer that computer says the constant that I'm about to declare. Final double pi equal to this value. Final short Faraday constant equals to, that means you're telling the computer now that this Faraday is of the type short and is a constant because of final that is there. Final double cm per inch equals to 2.54. Final int month of the year. You're telling the computer now that month of the year is of the data type int, and final means that it's a constant. Now it means that if you declare it like this, maybe, okay, let's say like this, maybe you write it in your computer now. You want to declare months of the year, you say int months oh, months of the year. Months of the year now is equals to 12. Now there's some, if your program is executed, if there's a condition that this month of the year can change, it's going to change. But now to declare it as a constant, that no matter the condition, this value, this variable should not ever change as 12. You're going to add the keyword final to it. Do you understand? Now normally, as Java naming convention, that means like it's not a must. Like naming convention is not a must, but it's advisable so that other programmers can understand. Java naming conventions says that constant variables should be declared with what? Capital letters. That is why if you see here, all these variables, they are capital letter, they are capital letter, they are capital letter, they are capital letters. So it's saying that it must be what? It must be capital letters. So now this one, now I'm going to change it to capital letter. Month of the, oh sorry, no space, there's not meant to be a space, if not, okay, error. So months of the year, that is how constants are. Months of the year. So that's how it is. Then on this underscore is just if you want to declare a variable. It's not a must, but you can put it. You understand? That was when we were teaching people how to rules on how to declare variables. And so that's all about constants. Now string. Okay, I think let me just give one example again. So assuming I want to print out this stuff now. System system what am I typing these days? System system dot out dot print in months of the year. Okay, it has already shown months of the year. Now it means that I don't want to run this program because it just means that because it's easy. You understand? It means that what this system.out will be now, like system.out.printing is going to give us as 12. Do you understand? Yeah. Do you understand? So it's going to give us as 12. Now in constants, there are two types of constants. I'm sorry that I did not put the slide here. There are two types of constants. We have the literal constants, we have the named constants, and the named constants and literal constants. Literal constants. So now these are the two types of constants. Now what are named constants? Named constants are this name, like the variable, the constant variable that stands in place of something. The constant variable that stands in place of something. That is what is called name constants. And literal constants, they are like literal constants are the number itself. Name constants are the constant variables, like this name that stands in place of the constant value. Like all these names here, they are literal constants. Just like now I'm printing in months of the year. This month of the year now are literal, sorry, is a named constant, as the name implies, named constant. So is a named constant. Then literal constants are the numbers itself. I don't mean this number, I mean to just write the number alone, because two is always 2, 3 is always 3. I give an example. Maybe if you want to find the area of a circle, and you know that in mathematics the area of a circle is okay, let me not say area of circle, let's say um, the perimeter of a rectangle. You agree with me that the perimeter, let us use, I'm just trying to use something more simpler. The perimeter of a square. Let us say we're finding the perimeter of a square. Okay, and you know that the length is int length of square, int length of square is equal to, let's say the length of the square is 10 cm, and you want to find the perimeter. So now the perimeter of square, what's the formula? Perimeter of the square is equal to 4l. Perimeter of the square is equal to 4l. Okay, like you know that, let me convert this thing to, this is the formula for the perimeter of a square, 4l, and l here stands for the length of the square. You understand? L here stands for the length of the square. So if I'm writing it now in Java, like this, now if I'm writing now in Java, remember I said that comments cannot be executed. This stuff, all these things, once I put two strokes in front of it, they are comments and they cannot be executed. So it's mostly used for documentation or to highlight what so that people can know what you're talking about. You explain yourself or express yourself. So we're saying that perimeter of a square is four, oh, that's the formula. That is 4 times L. Now to write it in Java, say int perimeter of square. Int perimeter of square, which is 4 times 4 times. Now what is the length of the square? You write it length, that's the solution first, length of the square. Now you are saying now that this length of the square, computer know is 10. Quite alright. Now remember that this thing is not a constant because there is no final in front of it. So at a point in time, maybe if there are many codes written here now, and it's supposed that this length of square will change later on, it's going to change. But assuming there's a constant here, final, it means that no matter whatever condition, length of square remains what? 10. Now, so as we are saying, this int perimeter equals to 4 times length of square. Remember we're talking about named constant. This constant now, months of the year, is a named constant. You understand? It's a named constant. Remember that this final declares this stuff a constant. So month of the year is now a named constant. While literal constant is the number itself. 2 will remain 2, 5 will remain 5. The number only itself. That means the named constant now in this line of code is 4. 4 here is the named constant because 4 will always keep on being 4. Whether I carry it to Dubai, whether I carry it to US, whether I carry it to Canada, to Ukraine, anywhere, 4 will continue remaining, like 4 will continue to be what? 4. So 4 here is the literal constant. So assuming I want to print this stuff now, say system, you want to print out the perimeter, system, I don't know why I'm slow today. System.out.print in, what are we going to print in? Perimeter of, wow, perimeter of square. And if you run this program, I don't want to run it, or should I run it? Okay, if you run this program, it's going to give us, you know what it's going to give us now? 4 times 10 is what? It's going to give us 40. Okay, the program is running. We are going to wait for it to run. Let's just be teaching. So that's it. So now strings, we are going to touch a little bit of string today. Like we are going to actually look at string concatenation, okay, we are going to look at string concatenation. As in short, this type of grammar self, I'm not using it to do anything. So far I already know the meaning. Concatenation. Myself, I haven't wrote it, is even confused. Okay, string concatenation. Okay, that's by the way. Maybe if I haven't filled this place, if I don't know. But what this shitty stuff is trying to talk about is just like to join, concatenation, like to join 2 or more things together. So now let us, okay, I think our program has finished by now. Where did the result now go to? You see, you remember that this 12 now is this first stuff that we printed. You get, that is 12 months of the year is 12. Then this one that we did, perimeter of a circle, 4 times 10. So we printed out the perimeter of a circle, which is what? Sorry, perimeter of a square, which is 40. Computer did it, like computer computed it for us, like executed it for us. 4 times 10, calculated it for us. 4 times 10, which is equals to 40. Okay, I've shown you guys what I meant. Now string concatenation. Okay, string concatenation is joining 2 or more strings together. In a layman understanding, it could mean joining 2 words together, maybe to form a sentence. Now this is just a layman. String are not always words. I mean, because if I'm defining it in a layman, you guys just think that words are the only strings you have. No, they are not just strings. Remember that string, anything you put in that quotation mark becomes a string. So if you put a number there, that becomes a string. It will no more be taken as a number. That's why I said that string are not always words. So string concatenation is joining two or more strings together. Is joining two or more strings together. So now in programming, assuming you want to now declare a string, assuming you want to declare a string. See examples. So what I mean when I said string, they are not always words. For example, now let me say string. You say name. I don't know why I like using name. What am I going to use again? Okay, let me say string school. String school is let's say which school am I going to use? Okay, Britain High School. Britain High School. You understand? Now it means that this school is equal to Britain High School. Now see, string. If I say string and I put string musician. Okay, string number. Remember that variables, they don't matter. Number is a variable because it's what I gave it to. So computer does not check, hey, no, but but you know that number means a real figure. Computer does not check all those stuffs. Anything you want to give your variable, you can give it any name you want to give it. So I give one as number and I put that quotation mark. Once you put these two quotation mark, it automatically becomes a string. Anything that enters it. So if I put 67, it means 67 is no more a number now. It's a word in computer. That's what 67 means. It cannot calculate. You cannot say 60 like okay. This like now you cannot say 7 plus 2 and you expect it now to give you your answer as 69. That's wrong. 67 is a word. 2 is another word. So your this itself, your value self here can be like your output here. I will say to you guys, your output here now is going to be 672 because it's going to join everything together. So 67 is a word here. So if I have put it in those quotation marks in quotes, so I have already put it in quote, like in quotation mark. So now this thing is different from when you say int and say okay, we cannot use number because we have declared it. Let's say num equal 67. Now this 67 is different from 67 because this one is a number. You declare it of a type int, yes, because int represents figures, string represents words. So now this thing now, this 67 and this one are different because this one is actually a number, this one is actually a word. So this one, if I say 67 plus 2, the answer here now is going to give us be 69. But here, if you say plus 2, your answer here is going to be, it's just going to join it together, 672. So you now see the difference of what I'm saying. Okay, so let us continue with the string concatenation. Now, most of the time, the operator plus is used to perform string concatenation. Though some people use the method version 2 to do so. Like you can use the operator plus, as it's just what I was doing now. Like I mean, for strings, you can use plus to join two words together. Though sometimes some people they use the method version. Remember when I was teaching you about methods, about first bank and deducting, and so there's a method for if you want to join strings too that is in that nature. But some people they use those ones, but most of the time people use plus to join words together. So for now we'll be using plus operator because they are similar. So we're using the plus operator because it's similar with the method operator. So if we go on to our next slide, examples. Example 1, string animal equal to dog, string food equal to rice. You are declaring variables now, animals of the type string, So string animal equal to, so as I was saying, string animal is mute yourself please, mute yourself please. String name equal to dog, string food equal to rice. Now to concatenate, to concatenate it will now be, let me say the string results, like whatever I want to put inside the results should be a string. The animal plus this space plus 8d space plus rice. Now remember, anything in quotes is taken as a string. Now string result, if you type this thing now, the animal, computer is going to check what is animal. You gave animal dog, so it's going to replace dog here. Remember, white spaces are strings too. Any white space we give, if there's no white space here, your something is going to join. It's going to be the animal, like it's going to be a together word. I'm still coming to that part sha. Let's just be going. So the animal plus this space, so that there will be a space, so that not join your animal and 8 together. The animal is dog, so it's going to be the dog plus, like your plus means to join words, so you're joining this one too, plus a hen plus 8d, there's a space, plus rice. So it's going to be the dog ate the rice. Rice is rice, rice is rice. Okay, sorry, this thing is going to give an error. This thing is going to give an error because of this rice. This rice was not declared. Assuming I wanted to make it a string, I would have put this quotation mark. But whereby there is no quotation mark, what I meant to do is that I am meant to write food. I'm meant to write food so that my computer can replace it with rice. Or if I'm to put this rice, I'll put it inside quotation mark, because anything you do in Java, you have to declare it. Anything you do in Java, you have to declare it. So what is going to be here now is going to be quotation. I'm going to put it inside quotation. I'm going to put it inside quotation. Therefore, there will be no error. Or I can just write food, and everything's correct. Now, if you print this stuff, now remember to print it out now. Your result, the dog ate the food. You are seeing how it's spaced. Now, this space is because of this space you put here. This space is because of, since I was spaced out well. This space is because of this space you put here. This space is because of this one you put here. This space is because of what was here. And this space is because of this space. Now rice is food. You gave food equals to rice. Like example 2, string name equal to Clara. String name equal to Clara. Now you see what I mean. I meant when I was talking about this stuff. Example 2 now, string name equal to Clara. System.out.println my name is plus name. You understand? My name is Clara, and system.out.println my name is, now see, string name equal to Clara, string name equal to Clara. Now you have to comment now that your name is equal to what? Clara. Now system.out.println, you are printing a string itself plus your name. Now see, I gave a space. Remember I said that spaces are strings too, so be very cautious. So my space name space is, now there is no space here, but plus name, that's we are joining name to is. So if computer is printing it out, it's going to print it as this is Clara. It's not going to give any space because there was no space here. But now see the second line, there is a space here, so computer is not going to space. So as this plus, computer does not see in coding is not like let computer be correcting things for you. You are giving a command. Computer, this is what I want you to do for me. I don't want it to do MS Word now can do, okay, just like now here now is doing over sabi, it is labeling my something red. That's MS Word for you understand? But coding is not over sabi. You are telling the computer, see, this is what I want you to do for me. I don't want to do anything. This is exact instruction I'm giving you. So computer is going to obey that thing to the core. But if it's, let me say, all this your application, all this your MS Word, all these your editors, like all this your MS Word, your MS PowerPoint, computer will be like, okay, hey, okay, this guy wanted to give space but he forgot to give, so I'm going to underline it as red for him because I think he wanted to give space. So you see, but in programming you have to, whatever you are doing, you are telling the computer, see, um this is what I want, you to do for me in coding. So that's it. So we have to go to this. Mute yourself. um let's go and practice what we have done. Let's practice these two things, this stuff, this animal dog and this concatenation, this adding of strings together. So example now, assuming, okay, I'm going to give an example. Let me convert these things to comments. Hmm, let me convert these things to comments, okay, so that they can normally be executed. So I'm saying string 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 sentence equal to, okay, string word 1, okay, string state equal to Texas is in United States, string country, Nigeria. Why am I using this country self? I don't know. This country is messed up. It's not ready to be written in my editor. I think I have to use country that I wish to show that I know that I'll go. Yeah. So let us use Ukraine. Oh sorry, Ukraine is fighting war. I want them to kill me. Okay, so I think we're going to use Russia. No, Russia. Russia is involved in war too. Okay, China. Okay, I think China. But China was, no, China. I think these guys. I don't. China guys. I think they're going to fight Taiwan. So let's go to places that maybe they don't fight. Okay, let's go to the UK. Okay, the United Kingdom. That's Britain. United Kingdom. Okay, United Kingdom. No, I think they are, either they are racists. They are racists. So to beg Canada first. Canada. So Canada, string country Canada, and string name. What's my name? I see them. Don't know my name. String company. String company. HF Connekt. You know the name self. HF Connekt. Okay, and you want to join all these stuffs together in a sentence string. Let us use join word. No, let's just write sentence sentence. Now that's what I'm going to do. Okay, it's either right, if I want to use HF Connekt, is HF Connekt now. Okay, let us say HF Connekt. So let me copy this stuff. No, let me just type it because of you guys. HF Connekt, okay, is what level you see now, say I'm joining with Canada and Texas. I need to think very well. HF Connekt is going to be in Texas. No. HF Connekt likes guy. English is a bastard. HF Connekt is oh, HF Connekt is established in Texas and is moving to Canada. Can HF Connekt move? Is he a moto? Established in Texas and is moving to Canada. Short HF Connekt, okay. Established in Texas. I'm coming. And is moving. So let's just, even if the English is not correct, let's just be going. Is moving to Canada. Now, if I print this stuff, it's going to give me, there's nothing bad in putting it because this is a whole lot of string and I put it inside sentence. So if I'm outputting sentence now, it's going to give me HF Connekt. It's going to give me HF Connekt established in Texas and is moving to Canada. But now see, there's nothing bad in writing like this. But now if I print like that means there was no need of writing or declaring these variables. That means there was no need of declaring it because I can just print my work like this. You understand? But now you want to make use of this variable because there's sometimes in programming whereby you need variables. You don't need to write it like this. You understand? So now I'm going to show you how to, you want to use variables so that computer will be substituting it by itself. You understand? Computer will be substituting it by itself. Now, should I wait for, okay, as this program is running, anything I type now is not going to affect, even this thing I highlighted is not going to affect the program until I click run again. So as far as the program is running, let us be editing and be putting the variables themselves and show you how we can use that concatenation to space it out. Remember that this now is going to print with the spaces. It's going to print with the spaces because of I gave those spaces. So it's going to print with the spaces. Now let me show you what I mean. Now HF Connekt was given to company. So I'm going to put oh my goodness me, what's happened to my mouse? I think I need to find my mouse itself and the mouse that was doing this mouse now. I need to get the physical mouse to continue this stuff. Where's my mouse? Okay, don't know why things are just not going well this night, but we'll continue. So okay, where did I keep my mouse? Where did I keep my mouse? Where did I keep my mouse? Where was my, how will I get the mouse? Okay, so as I was saying, okay, now it has finished printing. Now you can see HF Connect established. Now you see it has printed exactly. You understand? So now, as I said, we want to make use of the variables itself, because sometimes all this to print like this is sometimes you want to make use of variables. You understand? Those ones you actually understand it later. So what we're saying is I want to show you how to use that concatenating stuff, that joining stuff. You understand? Now I will start replacing them. HF Connect, this HF Connect is going to, okay, I'm going to cut it from here. HF Connect will go, HF Connect will go, and HF Connect will go, and what I'll put here now is company. If you do it like that, it's going to be a red, because computer does not understand. You say company and you give space, you say established. You understand? So now you have to join the two words together. That's why you will now use that plus I'm talking of. So now you say company. Why is it taking company red? Okay, this thing is a comment. This thing is a comment. We have to remove this stuff we put here to make our code visible. Okay, so now computer is underlying. So computer is like, where is the space? Like, why is there like nothing to, you're saying company and then you're saying establish, two different things inside sentence. You understand? So now you have to join them together. Now remember that if you are joining them together, now you have to use that plus I'm talking of. Plus is this to connect words together. But now remember that if this thing is going to print, if it's going to print, okay, I've clicked it to print now. It's going to print as HF Connect established. Like, it's not going to give any space. See, you are seeing how it's printed. HF Connect established, because there is no space. So computer will not take note of these spaces. So that one is, you are talking another thing. Plus you're just joining the, even if you give plenty spaces and you run it, your program is still going to be HF Connect established. There's not still going to be any space. I don't know if you're actually getting me. You understand? Are you seeing it? So it does not. So now you have to put the space as a string, because spaces, for you to declare spaces, they are strings. So is that you come here? Is that you come here and give a space, or if you don't want it, but I feel this one is easier, you can say plus space. You give a space here, plus space plus establish. So now it's going to be HF Connect plus this space is going to give a space. It's now add established. So there's going to be a company, there's going to be HF Connect, then a space in the middle, then established. Let me run the program so I know what I'm talking of. Now in Texas, let me run the program. It's running. Now you have seen it. Now there's a space. Now if I add more spaces here, it's going to take note of those spaces too, because now the spaces now inside quotes. So now the spaces are like strings. So now there are many spaces here. So it's going to run and give those spaces here. Have you seen what I'm talking about? So but now I don't prefer this way. I prefer putting my spaces when I'm typing the words. So I give a space here. Now we're going to cut Texas state. So we're going to cut here again and put our state here. State is meant to be here. Remember that your plus, because you're joining states, and your quotation mark is going to be here. You're going to put your plus again here. And remember, if you don't add a space here, it's going to join in Texas. It's going to join it as if it's one word. So you add your spaces here. You come here too, you add a space. Sorry, not here. Add a space. It's moving to Canada. Okay, here we're going to cut it. and put our plus. Remove this quotation mark here. Now the Canada was not declared as a variable, so we're going to remove Canada, and it was country that was there, so it's going to be country. Now remember that if you don't put space here, now let us run this program. Now it's going to, now the compiler now is going to substitute company wherever it is. His wk2 connect, give space, established in, substitute state is variable, gives it Texas, gives a space, and is moving to, gives a space here, which is this space, Canada. So HF Connect established in Texas and is moving to Canada now. Now the only lie here now, is that, like, HF Connect, I'm talking of in reality now. HF Connect did not establish in Texas, but surely now the truth here is that it's going to move to Canada, and HF Connect is still going to be, we're still going to make it, it's going to be a global something. That one is for sure. And so at least maybe in the next 10 years to come, you'll be showing your children, hey, I remember, hey, HF Connect, see, like, we are going to be everywhere. That one is no talk. So you know me, I just like joking a lot. The class is over. See you guys tomorrow. I hope and I know you guys understood what we're saying today. And tomorrow we are going to do operator overloading. That's what we are going to teach tomorrow. So once again, I thank you guys for attending, and remember, as a programmer, be consistent. You have to be consistent. Be very consistent. Imagine yourself next year by this time and you're consistent. You're actually going to get from it very well. You're actually going to enjoy from it very, very well. Please be consistent. Let nothing let you down. I advise you people, be coding every day, and that's all I'll have to say. Tomorrow we are going to have another class. We're going to discuss operator overloading. So I'm going to post the video on our YouTube page. Remember, it's HF Connect. We don't just only post programming stuff, we post entertaining stuff. We're on Instagram, you can follow us. We're yet to make our Instagram account active. It has been active now for a while. I think that's all for now. Once again, thank you guys, and thanks for attending the class. Thank you all.